This piece of news that I saw, and I noticed it when I saw the trailer, the teaser. Impact Wrestling on this week's Impact on Access. They aired a video to tease the Slammiversary pay-per-view that take place Saturday, July the 18th. The video starts out with someone in a hood pouring a drink into a glass while watching a reporter break the news that about over 20 superstars that were released from their contract. The video showed brief clips of Eric Young, the Bulgarian Flag, which of course is a reference to Rusev, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Rockstar Spud, Kurt Hawkins, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, and EC3. These wrestlers, of course, under the 90-day no-compete agreements with WWE, so they can't legally negotiate with another company. But they would all come up. The release date was April 15th, so they would be eligible for Impact Slammiversary. Obviously, I don't envision all 20 of them or 19 because we know Drake Maverick is still in the WWE fold. But is there somebody out of those that were teased? Eric Young, Rusev, the Good Brothers, Kurt Hawkins, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, EC3. Is there any of those that you would like to see end up in Impact? Matt, we'll go to you first.
I mean, EC3 had his thing already, so to see him return, I think would make the most sense. So of all of them, that would be the one that I would choose to make that happen.
Tim, how about you?
So my choice is actually the hooded guy. I think the hooded guy is someone.
Okay.
And I think the hooded guy is actually the aforementioned Kurt Angle.
Really? Oh yeah, because he did do the like the hooded jacket entrance gear when he was in Impact. That would be an interesting twist.
Like I really hope it's Kurt Angle.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. From that.
But
part
either way, like I think it'd be cool to see EC3 go back and Eric Young go back, and even seeing Mike and Maria go back. I don't think it's the right spot for everyone who's released, but I think it's the perfect spot for some of them.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the perfect spot for the Good Brothers, for example. I think that they would be much better fit in AEW or going back to Japan, which I think is probably the more likely of scenarios that they end up back in Japan. I do look forward to, it might even be that same date, July 18th, when they're, or July 15th or something like that, when they're talking shop about their end of the WWE situation comes out. That is going to be such a good listen because they've dropped a few hints about like how, re-signing was the worst decision they ever made and stuff like that. So I am very, very curious. I might even subscribe to their Patreon to like hear the lead in to that episode. So Mark, who do you, out of these potential Impact, new Impact superstars?
Well, I'll tell you what, same thing. I can see almost all of them going over there. Aside from the Good Brothers, I don't see that necessarily ending up there. Maybe for a one-off. But EC3 and Eric Young, I think it'd be nice to get them back to their home. Both of them, I thought, had so much potential when they were in NXT. And just didn't really translate to the main roster, which happens quite a bit. I'd like to see some of them end up in the NWA as well, maybe for a short period of time. But every one of them, I'd be very happy to see pop up in NWA or Impact at this point.
Yeah, out of these, I mean, EC3's the easy one. I think it could be interesting what they could do with Rusev, but when you lose Brian Cage, you lose some of your bigger talent. I kind of struggle with what role Rusev would play in Impact Wrestling at this point. I'd rather see him end up in AEW as well. But yeah, I'm gonna be paying attention to this as it leads up towards that, and like this may almost be enough to get me to buy and watch the Impact pay-per-view. So they definitely have my attention.